Hello, my name's Steve and this is Everyman Fragrances. Thanks for clicking on the video. Today I want to talk to you about unisex fragrances. Now, of course, it's a bit of a trick question because every fragrance is unisex. Just wear what you like. If you like it, wear it. Doesn't really matter. It's all just bollocks at the end of the day. But we can't deny that some fragrances are at least marketed towards a specific gender. So today I want to talk to you about some fragrances that are either marketed as unisex or marketed as female fragrances, but I think could easily be worn by men as well. The first fragrance I want to talk about is the new release from Fragmental and it's called Cyrene. Now this is marketed towards women and you can tell because, well, mainly because it got sent to me in a pink tampon case. So that kind of certainly gives the game away a little bit. But all jokes aside, it is marketed as a woman's fragrance, but this is really nice. As I say, this was gifted, but I've not been paid or sponsored to do anything like that, and it's only a 7.5 mil, I think. Is it 7.5? Whatever this is, yeah, 7.5 mil. So it's not like I've sold my soul to Satan. Don't panic. I think you can trust me when I say that this is really, really nice. So as I say, it's marketed towards women, but this could easily be worn by a man. So the main notes I get from this, oh God, this is really good, genuinely, guys. The main notes I get from this are cherry and oud. And the oud, do not be put off by it because it's not like a skanky oud in the slightest. It gives it gives the fragrance a nice kind of like woody kind of vibe to it. But the oud in this almost kind of comes across as almost like leathery to me. It's either that or I've got this phantom association with the note of cherry. I've smelled so many fragrances with cherry or fruits that also have leather that I've kind of got this phantom association. I don't know, but I almost get like this leathery like accord from this. But this is genuinely really nice. There's pepper in here and incense, but this doesn't come across as spicy to me, hardly at all. It's got labdanum and in the base there is some benzoin as well. So this just dries down as this sort of cherry, sort of woody cherry, kind of sweet kind of fragrance, which is really nice. I think this could easily be smelt on a woman and it'd smell really classy and sophisticated, not girly at all, but could also be rocked by a man that's very confident in his sexuality, because this is not girly or feminine. This is just a guy could easily rock this and smell it and smell really good. Like if I wore this, which I would happily, it's the sort of fragrance that I'll be constantly smelling like myself for the whole day, because it's just one of those fragrances that's just so pleasant to smell. So yeah, do check this out if you can, guys. Go and check out the new release from Fragmental. It's called Cyrene. Next up is a new release from Catalogue. This is a flanker though to one of their earlier releases, Le Mars, and this is Le Mars Caviar. As you can see, it's got all the style and flair that you would expect from a Catalogue fragrance, as well as the Ninja Death Star lid, which is what they are now famous for. This was gifted to me, so please don't judge me when I tell you this is genuinely a really good fragrance. My wife really liked this, which says a lot, because if you've watched this channel for a while, you will know she's not fussed about fragrances. She's very ambivalent. It's hard to get her excited. She smelt this, she really liked it, and she took it from me, and she's been wearing it quite a lot. So that's a big compliment in my book, to be perfectly honest. It is marketed as a unisex fragrance, and I do agree. But I must confess, I do think it smells better on her than it does me. I think on the whole spectrum of things, this does probably lean a little bit more feminine on the whole kind of scale spectrum, but as I say, this is perfectly unisex. Anybody could wear this fragrance. It is a flanker, as I said, to their Le Mars fragrance, which was very rose heavy. This is also sort of rose prominent, but I feel like in this fragrance it's balanced a little bit more. So there is rose here, but it's also got a kind of a nice fruity opening. There's pineapple, apple, red berries, and then it does dry down to this, and there's sort of white florals in the mid as well. And then it's got kind of a sweet, clean base from like the musk and vanilla. And this, I just really like. I do prefer this to the original Le Mars. The original Le Mars I liked, definitely. It's one of the few rose fragrances that I did like, because I'm not a huge fan of rose, if I'm just truly honest. But for me, this one just feels, it smells nicer and it's just a bit more balanced. As I say, that the rose just blends well with a fruity opening and the sort of clean, sort of sweeter sort of dry down. What's cool about this fragrance is it's water-based. So there's no ethanol in this, and Kajal are innovating somehow, because you can see inside there, this actually uses like perfume pearls, I think they refer to them as. I don't know the exact science or chemistry behind it. I should probably look into this as I'm a chemist. But those pearls hold the fragrance oil, and then they sort of break down as you spray them, and then that releases the perfume and the fragrance. I believe that's kind of how it works. So it's this patented technology, which is pretty cool. So Kajal are innovating with this fragrance. For that reason, it's not the cheapest fragrance on the market by any means, but if you're into niche, you're probably kind of used to paying those sort of prices. But this is really cool, and if of course you're allergic to kind of alcohol or ethanol sort of fragrances, don't really work on your skin, this is a really good one to try because it's water-based. So, and it smells really good. So yeah, definitely a big thumbs up to Kajal on this release. Not only have they innovated, they've actually released a really good smelling fragrance. So yeah, do check out Le Mar Caviar from Kajal. The last fragrance I want to talk about is the Chronic by Par & Parfums. But no, it's not the fragrance that I talk about all the fucking time. It is the Chronic Rouge Extreme. So this is a flanker to the original, the Chronic. And this is, again, a unisex fragrance, and this is an absolute banger. This smells absolutely gorgeous. Now, if you've not, do check out, I did an episode about this particular fragrance on the Cologne podcast, and Ryan absolutely loved this fragrance. He really did fall in love with it, as did I, to be honest. It smells amazing. So it's got some similarities to the Chronic. It's got some sweetness. It's got the cinnamon and sandalwood in there, but it's just balanced differently to me. So it's like it's still got it's a little bit woody, but not much. It's got some of that sweetness, but they've dialed that down, and it's sort of replaced with a kind of a fruitiness. So in the opening, I think there's berries listed. There's like whipped cream, I think is one of the listed notes, as well as some spiced fruits, and it has got the cinnamon in there. But as I say, it's kind of got some of the sweetness dialed down. They've dialed down a little bit of the woodiness and the sandalwood, and they've gone more with a fruity vibe. So for me, this is, even though both the Chronic and the Chronic Rouge Extreme are unisex, I would say this one is a little bit more feminine leaning. So I love this fragrance, and I actually got a partial for my wife. So I bought a partial bottle from someone, so because I just loved it so much. And turns out she actually fell in love with it too. She finished the partial, and then she started kind of asking about it, going, oh, is it expensive? Because I really like that one. I'd like to get some more of it. And I was so excited that she was like into a niche fragrance that I then bought her a full retail bottle for her birthday. So this is, we've got 2 bottles of this in our house now, which is, I'm really excited about. And what's kind of cool is, I think this smells better on hers. Say this is on the scale probably a little bit more feminine than the original Chronic, in my opinion, but they're both equally unisex. But it's kind of nice now that we can both wear, like I wear the Chronic, the original, and she wears the Chronic Rouge Extreme, and it's kind of just like a little geeky thing that I enjoy there, being a fragrance nerd. So if you've not smelt it, do check out some of the flankers from the Chronic's narcotic lining, in particular the Chronic Rouge Extreme, because it really is an absolute banger. That's it. Those are my top 3 unisex or female fragrances that I think anybody could wear. Please comment below, let me know what are your favourite unisex fragrances, or is there a fragrance that is actually marketed to a gender that you're not, but you rock it anyway because it smells good, and marketing is all bollocks at the end of the day. So comment below, I'll be really curious. Thank you for watching, do really appreciate it. Like, comment and subscribe and all that shit. You know the score by now, and I will see you for a video soon. Take care, much love.